And a pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to the NASCAR Mock season as we welcome you to the desert in Avondale, Arizona at Phoenix Raceway for the Straight Talk Wireless 500 here around the 1 mile oval that is Phoenix. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. I hope you're off to a good start on this Saturday wherever you may be as we get ready for race 4. 3 races down, but a long season, still ahead of us as we get ready to go racing here today in Phoenix. Big shocker for this one. SVG on the pole for this one. Had a great qualifying run. Struggled in happy hour, but still a lot of speed inside that safety first WeatherTech Chevrolet here today. He is on the pole for this race. William Byron will be to his outside after having a great race at Auto Club. Ended up finishing 7th after leading the most laps in that contest last time out. Chase Elliott, he'll roll off 3rd. Chase Briscoe 4th. Austin Dillon with a great qualifying run. He'll be 5th off the grid here today. Good, a sight for sore eyes for him, for a man that is 34th in points. Last week's winner, Alex Bowman in the Ally Chevy, the purple and orange colors today. He rolls off 6th on the grid. 7th will be Tyler Reddick, our winner from Atlanta, in the Jordan colors today for that Toyota Camry. Brad Keselowski hoping to continue a good run this week. He is 8th. Eric Jones trying to bounce back, or not bounce back, but come off of a great run at Auto Club, finishing 8th. He rolls off 9th, and then Denny Hamlin, he will roll off in the 10th position as you cycle through the rest of the field. Good qualifying run for B.J. McLeod in the unsponsored 78. Race number 2 of 3 of his extension. He's going to need another good finish to hope for a further extension and more opportunities on this season as a part-time ride as you cycle through the rest of this field here today. 37 cars that will take to the track here at Phoenix, this 1 mile oval, for 125 laps of racing here today. The big thing, though, as we continue to go through the field here this morning, is that there are a lot of big names that are at the back of this pack. Ty Gibbs, he will roll off 34th today. Going to have to come from the back. And our points leader, Chris Buescher, who currently owns a 61-point lead over Brad Keselowski, he has to roll off from 35th today. Carson Hocevar, who is 12th in points, will have to roll off 36th. Cody Ware is going to be last on the field here this morning in Phoenix. All right. We've done our talking. Let's get the command to fire these engines up for the Straight Talk Wireless 500, race number 4, here on the 2026 NASCAR Mock season here on MSC. Here's those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
See the engines firing up, and they will do their little pace lap here as we get ready for 125 laps of action around this 1 mile oval that is Phoenix Raceway. SVG, again, a great qualifying run, and he's had good qualifying starts these last 3 races, but has not been able to back him up with good finishes. 29th in points, no top 10s, no top 5s. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to keep that car at the front here today and also stay out of trouble. Watching these guys in practice, they've gotten a bit squirrely at times, so it'll be intriguing to see how these guys deal with this 1 mile oval and each other at that. SVG, William Byron lead the field down through 3 and 4 and down to the start-finish line to take the green flag here today in the Straight Talk Wireless 500. They go through the gears, green flag is waving, and race 4 is underway. You're going to see these guys already get 2 and 3 wide as they fan out through the pack. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some early trouble from the get-go as Byron and company slap the wall hard off the corner, and that is going to set him further back. Oh, my goodness. And SVG is able to break away and have the race lead. Byron slipping back, the outside pole sitter already here in this one as they fan things out into turns 1 and 2. Briscoe's in the wall. I mean, and he'll smack the wall hard too. And we got a spinner already. Big time wreck further back. It's these guys getting a little too racy early. It's Chase Briscoe that goes spinning around to bring out our first yellow. Cody Ware with a lot of damage. Carson Hocevar gets caught up. Kyle Larson, saw him spinning back there. Where's our points leader? Looks like he avoided it. And we are under caution. Pit stops will now go into motion right out of the gate. And oh my, that did not take long whatsoever. That's what happens when these guys get out double wide early, and looks like Cody Ware in that Super.com pink car, his day is already going to come to an end. Let's go back and see what happened. Already big-time trouble here on lap 2 of 125. It was Kyle Larson. Chase Briscoe up there kind of spun on his own when these guys were fanning out. But Larson, it was Ty Dillon that bounced off the wall. And then the 47, I'm trying to see what will give us the best angle here. Then the 47 came down, and that's what made the 5 go sideways. And he's going to get punted here by the 23 of Bubba Wallace, and yeah, then they just started kind of stacking up further back. Gilliland around, Carson Hocevar with damage. I don't know how much damage. Oh, Chris Buescher, our points leader, he's going to have a good amount, as that's who Cody Ware plowed into, and then running down into Ty Dillon, that finished him off. So let's back it up here. Again, Buescher having to start towards the back of the pack. That was going to cause a potential problem, because these guys start plowing in. Let's see who that was that got Ty Dillon right there. Can't quite make out that number, but either way, there's Noah Gregson that got into him. So Buescher's going to have some damage here when we get back to green. But that is what has put us under the yellow for the first time today. Multi-car incident on the backstretch, if you will, heading to 3 and 4, collecting a bunch of cars. And now we'll head back to live racing to see who is still left. After pit stops, 2 cars have called it good. Cody Ware out of the race, and it's going to be back-to-back tough weeks for Ryan Preece as he was caught up in the incident. He finished 37th last week at Auto Club. He'll finish 36th today as he is out of the race with the damage. Looks like everybody else will be able to continue, as after pit stops, Chase Elliott has cycled out as the race leader. Eric Jones second, Brad Keselowski third, Christopher Bell fourth, Austin Cindric fifth, Michael McDowell sixth, Josh Berry seventh, Connor Zilic eighth, Riley Herbst ninth, and Daniel Suarez will round out the top 10. And we'll have 35 cars that will get us back underway here as we get ready to set up for lap 7 of 125. But Chase Elliott out of the pit stops, able to come out on top. They will fan out to the double wide action once again. And we'll see if these guys can just keep it relatively clean. It's tough, to say the least, whenever they do get a little squirrely into the corners. Sometimes these guys just overdrive it, as we saw, smacking the fence. It has not ended well, to say the least. Green flag back in the air. Eric Jones with a good launch as we resume racing here in Phoenix. There's the dicey further back there. Oh, Christopher Bell nearly got into trouble there. Josh Berry sliding up through the corner. And boom, there it is. Big time crash. Last week's winner, Alex Bowman, plows in. And he is upside down. Oh, and he gets the points leader, Chris Buescher. Caution waves yet again here on lap 7. And a slew of cars caught up in it. My goodness. This is just unbelievable. As our points leader, Chris Buescher and Alex Bowman, last week's winner, get caught up in a melee. Here on the front stretch, let's go back and take a look at what happened. And it was Alex Bowman that got way out of shape, trying to deal with the traffic in front of him. Christopher Bell came off the wall. It was further up. Let me pull that up for you real quick. See, Bell, who is that with him there? Michael McDowell, which is tough. Michael McDowell's been a tough start to the season for that 71 team, but when he comes back up, boom, right into Alex Bowman, and then B.J. McLeod makes contact with the 48, and that's what puts the 48 on his lid. Everybody in the back of the pack trying to avoid it. Christopher Bell also got upside down. The 48 slides on his roof for what may feel like an eternity. Let's back it up here real quick from the moment. Watch it live here as he gets upside down and he's on his roof, Buescher has this missed till then. And ends both of their races right there. So a slew of cars now out of the race, cars that were running well in points. And last week's winner at Auto Club, Alex Bowman. Day is over. Points leader Chris Buescher. Well, that points lead may be in jeopardy, to say the least. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here working lap 10 of 125, and we've already had 2 cautions here at Phoenix Raceway, and more cars have now retired from this race. A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 for Colleague Racing. His day is done. Michael McDowell, another tough week for Spire. He is out. Alex Bowman, last week's winner. And our points leader, Chris Buescher, is out of the race after a great start to the year. Top 10 finishes in all 3 races, including the win at Daytona. But he is out of it here today at Phoenix Raceway. Lights are out atop the pace car, means we got the one to go. We'll go back green at lap 12 of 125, and if I've done this correctly, we are not going to restart double file. We will go single file for the rest of this race after just seeing the carnage that it has been at the start of this, and see if we can't get a decent green flag run out of it. Top 10 after pit stops: Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Riley Herbst, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson with damage, Ryan Blaney, and Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar round out the top 10. Hocevar with a lot of damage as well. We'll see if he is able to stay up to pace. But again, we will go single file for this restart and see if that can't fix some of the issues and whatnot here at Phoenix Raceway, and trying to, let's see, get a green flag run out of this. Elliott will get the field back to green after seeing his teammate go out. Here we go, back to racing here in Phoenix. Yeah, that 4 is way off the pace. So these guys will send it down here into 1 and 2. Let's see if they can't keep it green. Ooh, they bounce off the wall there, but they keep it going. As Chastain got out of shape there as he smacks off the inside pit wall, but keeps it green. It's a miracle. We stay green for a lap. They try to work around some of the slower traffic. Chastain will go way high as they have really spread out a good bit. Yeah, they're not leaning on each other, so good to see that. But Chase Elliott has been able to break away with a near 1 second lead, but the 2311 teammates of Tyler Reddick and Riley Herbst trying to work their way around Brad Keselowski. Let's see if they can't go run down the 9 once one of them is able to get free. The 35 loses a little bit of ground, and the 45 is clear into second with Keselowski on his deck lid. At the line that time by, Elliott's lead has slightly grown. It's right at a second. 2 cars off the lead lap, Todd Gilliland and Christopher Bell. But the only 2 cars off the lead lap for the time being. Looks like there was some contact further back here as they're trying to negotiate some slower traffic. Heard some wall scraping, but it looks like everyone's still all fine and dandy as they continue to negotiate the corners here at Phoenix Raceway. We talked about Ty Gibbs in the open. Further back in the pack right now, 14th in points. He had to start far back, and he's currently running 16th in the Saya colors today. There's our pole sitter, Shane Van Gisbergen, battling Austin Dillon for the 14th spot. And despite all that damage, Noah Gragson looking like a Whelen modified on this course right now. He has been able to keep it up here. We'll see how much he can hold off the much speedier and clean Joey Logano. Despite all that for front row, Gregson still hanging in there. Oh, gets turned. Joey Logano's around. So is Ricky Stenhouse. Gregson saved it, but Stenhouse did not. And that'll put the yellow back out. Who was that clobbered the 47? It's the 33 of Austin Hill. Caution waves yet again. Pit stops will go down as quickly as they do, oddly enough, here in Phoenix. But they kept it green for a decent time, but on the front stretch, if you will, the old backstretch, that's what causes trouble, and everybody comes down to the pits. Gives us a chance to go back and see what has brought out our third caution of this race. Ricky Stenhouse and Joey Logano on the backstretch get caught up. And we were right on top of it, too, as they were trying to get around Noah Gragson. Let's see if we can find the best angle for this. See, the 47 swings it inside deep. And I got to wonder, the 22, caught the left rear quarter panel of the 4. Helicopter might be the best view for this. And because the 47 had so much momentum, there was nowhere left to go, and that's what caused the 47 to spin. Oh, Austin Dillon just missed it. Stenhouse tried to save it back there. Logano just went for a spin, and I think was able to hang on. Oops, sorry. Let's get on the 47, and nowhere to go for the 33. And then everybody else somehow missed Ricky Stenhouse. And I'm amazed that they did. Yeah, Logano, I think, just went for a spin. So he probably doesn't have a ton of damage other than that damage to the left side. But yeah, when he caught the 4, the 47 just came up and nowhere to go at that point. But yeah, Logano just goes for a spin. Good job, Noah Greg. Did he get the wall? No, he just manhandled it and saved it. Kudos to the 4 there with our race namesake sponsor, Straight Talk Wireless. But the day is done for Austin Hill, it seems like. 54 just missed it. Boom, right there. 33 collects that 47, but everybody else is able to somehow skate on by and not cause more damage. So, caught a break, only a 3-car incident, or really 4 if you count Gregson, that has put us under the yellow once again here in Phoenix. After pit stops, only one retiree, that being the 33 of Austin Hill. As his race will come to an end. Still only 2 cars off the lead lap, leaves us 28 on the lead lap. Top 10 after pit stops. Chase Elliott maintains the lead. Tyler Reddick second. Zane Smith has climbed his way to third. SVG back up to fourth. Cole Custer fifth. Ryan Blaney sixth. Austin Cindric seventh. Eric Jones eighth. Josh Berry is ninth. And Denny Hamlin rounds out the top 10. So if I'm Kyle Matthews and Charles Sanford, after the week they had at Auto Club last week with Alex Bowman winning and William Byron leading the most laps, they're loving seeing Chase Elliott running very well up here. As he maintains the lead for the time being, gets a good launch here on the restart, and back to green here at Phoenix. And give a call to Zane Smith right there with no rear bumper. Hanging tough as SVG sticks it to the inside, trying to get third away from him. That outside is going to be the way to go, it seems like, as Chase Briscoe's up in the fence, but they keep it clean back there, and they keep on trucking. Chase was able to build a bit of a gap on Tyler Reddick under the last green flag run, but had help from the wall that caused a lot of those issues as Todd Gilliland continues to do his carousel run through the pits. Elliott gets the fence, and Reddick will stick it to the inside. The Toyota Camry, sponsored by Jordan, trying to wrestle the lead away from Chase Elliott. Does he have the run into the start-finish line? Reddick leads that time by. Elliott trying to stick it there on that outside line, trying to get a good run off of 2, and he does. Blaney, or rather Cindric, got the wall that time by off of 2. But Reddick still hanging tough on that inside as we have 100 laps to go here at Phoenix. But the 45 trying to wrestle the lead away from the Napa Chevy of Chase Elliott. SVG gets the fence back there. He'll start oh, he hits it harder again, and he'll slide further back. Our pole sitter now going the wrong direction after restarting in the top 5, and he gets the wall off of 4. Something definitely amiss on that 97. See 2 of his teammates just ahead of him, and one of them just pancaked the wall. That being Connor Zilich in that Wendy Chevy. Running the extreme high side, he gets the wall again, much like his teammate did right there. My goodness. If you run that extreme outside, you are much more prone to find the outside wall, as Zilich throws it way high, got a good run. Was able to get by his teammate as we cycle through the field here. Get you back to the front. Chase Elliott trying to wrestle the lead back here from Tyler Reddick. Ryan Blaney has emerged in third place. Chastain just avoids the wall further back there as Elliott and Reddick continue to battle. Ryan Blaney is going to stick his nose into this as Elliott clears the 45, but don't look now. Here comes the 12 of Ryan Blaney. They're going to be 3 wide down here into the corner as Reddick stuck his nose down there. This is not where Chase wants to be, as you're way on that extreme high side. You can get the wall just like he did right there, and Reddick will clear into the lead. Blaney settles into second. How about Eric Jones up here into third, having another great run today? He'll now try to wrestle second away from Ryan Blaney. Denny Hamlin has settled into fourth. Altars get the wall further back. Jones 10th in points after his top 10 at Auto Club last week, and now he has climbed into second here for Legacy Motor Club. Matt McIntyre, Tito, obviously loving to see that. As they come off of turn 2. I'm so used to calling that turn 4, having grown up a NASCAR fan, and this configuration here at Phoenix still trips me up from time to time. But Tyler Reddick has settled into the race lead. And it looks like everyone has settled down, to say the least. 7 cars out of the race, but still 27 strong on the lead lap. Cole Custer! Oh! I was about to take a voice break, but my goodness, he just sent my voice up an octave, and Zane Smith turns Ross Chastain and collects Cole Custer. Caution waves yet again. Oh, and more cars. Piling in Noah Gragson and Brad Keselowski. Caution waves for the 4th time. And it's Ross Chastain who was 15th in points. Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, and Zane Smith are the ones that get caught up into it. Just when Eric Jones took the lead from Tyler Reddick. Let's go back and see what has put us under the yellow for the 4th time today. Happened right in front of us, just on the cusp of the top 10. It was Zane Smith. Got a bit high. Did he get help from the 21 of Josh Berry? And I think he did. Oh, he absolutely did. Just catches that left rear quarter, and Ross is just an innocent bystander. Thinking he has the 38 cleared, and the 21 hooks the 38, and then the 1 spins. And then nowhere to go for Cole Custer as he plows in and boom, into the outside wall. Goes the 1 and the 41 to end both their days, but then it's not over there. Kyle Larson just skates by the 1 as the 1 drives away. Oh, actually, it is going to be Noah Gragson that catches the 1 here. What? I don't know what Gragson was doing. I don't know if he just didn't see the 1 with the smoke and then that collects Brad. I don't know what Gragson was doing at all. That is going to unfortunately put an end to the day for all 4 of those drivers. Chastain, Gragson, Keselowski, and Cole Custer. And that's what's got us under the yellow for the 4th time today here in the desert. Lights still on the pace car as we continue the last bit of pit cycles here. 4 more cars out of the race. Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, and Brad Keselowski all out of the race. Keselowski 2nd in points after 3 consecutive top 10s to start the season. So the top 2 in points out of this race. So if I'm Joey Logano, I am chomping at the bit to try and wrestle that points lead away. Also, if I'm Tyler Reddick, looking to do much of the same. Coming up here at the end of this race, but we are still on lap 37 of 125. Long way to go before we figure things out. We'll have 24 cars on the lead lap, 26 in the race. With Eric Jones leading the way, Ryan Blaney is 2nd, Tyler Reddick 3rd, Denny Hamlin 4th, John Hunter Nemechek 5th, Riley Herbst 6th, Josh Berry, the culprit of that last incident, he will restart 7th, Austin Cindric 8th, Carson Hocevar 9th, William Byron, the outside pole sitter. He will round out the top 10. So this field has dwindled down considerably. But as the adage goes, the less cars there is, less opportunities there is for incidents. So you never know what can happen. Be interesting, to say the least. Pace car into pit lane, as that will be the signal to get us back to racing. And again, 24 cars on the lead lap. SVG last on the lead lap right now. But Eric Jones in the Dollar Tree Toyota will lead this field back to the green. He's got a teammate back there in 5th in John Hunter Nemechek. As we get back to it here in Phoenix. Side by side for second as Tyler Reddick sticks it to the inside of Ryan Blaney, but that outside groove has the good runs. And everybody pretty much clean off of the corner there. Hope to see get some more good racing here as Jones leads here to get us to lap 40. Top 5 trying to break away from everybody. Battle right here for the 7th spot, Riley Herbst and Josh Berry. You don't talk about a guy that needs a good run in a bad way. That's that 35 of Riley Herbst. 28th in points. Had a top 5 earlier this year, but it has otherwise been a struggle bus for that Monster Energy Toyota. Josh Berry right there with him, 32nd in points with an average finish of 24th. Battle on for second, Reddick to the inside of Blaney. Denny Hamlin will stick it in there with a good run into 4. Reddick clears for second, but here comes Hamlin. Hamlin right now 16th in points, coming off of a top 5 finish at Auto Club. But he will likely settle back into 4th. All this happening behind Eric Jones, who has built a half a second lead on the 45 and the 12 in company. Looks like Shane Van Gisbergen has fallen off the lead lap. Back in 24th. Not the best of days again for Trackhouse. Jack Mitchell and Seth Cole talked to the media this week, just hoping for some consistency to start the build. Obviously a long season to go as contact there's the 7 of Suarez got the fence. Him and Larson nearly got together, but they keep trucking. And like they've said, they've seen great starts for these teams, but they just haven't seen good consistency on track. Connor Zilic was running so good at Daytona during Speed Weeks. The last couple of weeks has had his struggles. Lost 9 spots in points after a struggling race at Auto Club. He's now back in 21st. He runs 14th on the racetrack right now. John Hunter Nemechek starting to slide back as Josh Berry trying to wrestle, believed to be the 7th spot away from him, but JHN gets a good run and is able to hold serve. So as they complete lap 46, I think I can finally take a voice break. You're watching the Straight Talk Wireless 500 in the 2026 NASCAR Mock season here on MSC. Eric Jones leading the way as we close in on halfway here in the desert. halfway here in the desert in Phoenix, Arizona. Carlos Zimmerman with you on MSC in the 2026 NASCAR Mock season. Eric Jones continuing to pace the field as they continue to log laps around this 1 mile oval. Lots of action has happened in this one. As we give you a race recap, multitude of cars out of the race. Most recent incidents saw Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, and Brad Keselowski out of the race. That's the big story. The 2 points leaders, Chris Buescher, who wrecked out early in the race in our first wreck, or second wreck of the day, and Brad Keselowski, their days are done. You see the others that are out of this race as well. 2 cars off the lead lap. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., as you saw during our voice break, as Denny Hamlin gets the wall further back. He just went down a lap. SVG also off the lead lap here, along with Christopher Bell and the rotating out of pit lane, Todd Gilliland. 22 cars on the lead lap as Eric Jones has settled into the race lead. Tyler Reddick trying to hang with him there. He is second in that Jordan Toyota. Ryan Blaney into third. Hamlin, despite hitting the wall, has been able to hang on to 4th place. Riley Herbst in the 5th spot, having a good run here today for 2311. John Hunter Nemechek up there in 6th. Penske teammates Austin Cindric and Joey Logano as the Fords running well here inside the top 10. Chase Elliott, who led earlier, he is 9th. And how about Austin Dillon hanging in here? Started inside the top 10 today. He is in 10th place right now. Saw Chase Briscoe earlier in the race have trouble. He's back in 18th. He's 5th in points. William Byron is 12th on the racetrack right now. Currently 6th in points. AJ Allmendinger, who was 7th entering today, he is out of the race in 35th. Alex Bowman, who won last week at Auto Club, his day came to an end earlier as Joey Logano looks like he got held up by the slower 34, and that really caused a logjam, and he's going to drop further back. He's going to fall out of the top 10. Falls all the way back to 11th, and that elevates Josh Berry into the top 10. It's just about where you catch some of these cars. Mentioned Christopher Bell. He's 9th in points, but he is off the lead lap. 25th, 3 laps down. And then Eric Jones leading the race, 10th in points. It could be a big points-paying day if Jones is able to get this win, as we are halfway done. Oh, we're going to the yellow! Bubba Wallace and Ryan Blaney. Blaney was running 3rd. Oh, wow. And Bubba, who had just lost the lead lap, collects Ryan Blaney. My goodness. And that has put us under our 5th caution of the day. Let's go back and see what happened. I believe the 12 just ran out of real estate, running up on that lap machine in Bubba Wallace. Yeah, Bubba doesn't have any rear bumper. A little buckle on the front there as they came off the corner. I have to wonder if the 23 got the fence. Nah, the 12 just slid up. And boom, they go into the inside wall. And Denny Hamlin and Riley Herbst just missed the 23. But that's the end of the day for both of those cars. Ryan Blaney was having such a good run. He was 3rd, battling for the lead. But his race is over. Out of pit stops. Looks like Eric Jones will reemerge as the race leader. Another good pit stop for that 43 team. Tyler Reddick comes out 2nd. Riley Herbst 3rd. How about Austin Cindric climbs his way to 4th. Chase Elliott 5th. Austin Dillon 6th. JHN is 7th. Logano 8th. Kyle Larson 9th. And Zane Smith rounding out the top 10. Two more cars out of the race, more than likely. That's going to be Bubba Wallace and Ryan Blaney will be the two that are going to be the ones that drop out. That will leave us likely 19 cars on this lead lap. But my goodness. Just a two-car incident on the front stretch, but it takes out both cars, one of them being Ryan Blaney, a really good race. He had been building, but it's going to come to an end today. He climbed his way after finishing top 5 last week at Auto Club from 34th in points up to 18th. That may take a hit today. And we had just been talking about how the Penske cars had been running so good. They still are, with Hendrick in 4th and Logano 8th, but now one of their teammates out of the fold in Ryan Blaney due to that incident. That has put nearly half the field behind the wall, but still a good crew here as we are just past halfway. We were about to start getting into the discussion of, when green flag pit stops were going to be a factor, but with the yellows we've had today, it's just been... hasn't been the case. That's the top 10 as you see it on your leaderboard. Getting back to green, Harson Hocevar will restart 11th. Briscoe 12th, Ty Gibbs 13th, Connor Zilic 14th. Denny Hamlin 15th, BJ McLeod 16th, William Byron 17th, Josh Berry 18th, Daniel Suarez last on the lead lap and 19th. That is where he will be. $19 on the lead lap, 23 still in the race. And Eric Jones has dominated so far today. Will get us back to green flag racing. Tyler Reddick has been breathing down his neck so far, and both of them get out to a good restart here as we're back to green. 2:23.11 cars. Going to be right on top of the 43 here. Here comes Reddick to the inside, trying to get a decent run, but that 43 with a lot of speed. As they come off the corner, any trouble? Gibbs gets the wall back there, but keeps trucking. Austin Cindric thinking about going for third here on Riley Herbst, trying to break up this 23-11 party. Oh, we got a spinner! Zane Smith around! That is going to bring us back under the caution just like that. Hocevar's riding the wall back there. And looks like the 38 is going to be okay, as he quickly gets back up to speed. Trying to gain a spot back from BJ McLeod before they get to the caution flag. Well, it looks like just a solo spin for the 38 maybe had some help. So we saw Larson get way down on the racetrack, so why don't we go back and see what happened to the 38 Aaron's Ford of Zane Smith. Just saw him spinning wildly in turns 3 and 4. That's put us under the yellow for the 6th time today here at Phoenix. So we'll watch it here, live speed. Gets to the inside of the 5 here. And, yep, just slid up into him. Oh, he got a little help from Hocevar. Oh, and Connor Zilic got a piece of it too. So it's not like it was just him spinning on his own. He did get a little help there. Let's back it up again. Just watch here. The 5 goes down to try and avoid hitting the 22, and the 38's there. Hocevar gets a good chunk of it and up into the fence, and then, yeah, Zilic gets a tiny chunk, so the struggle's continuing here for Trackhouse and trying to avoid incidents. But Smith was running 10th. That's what has easily put us back under the yellow for the 6th time this morning. Still working our sixth caution of the race here at lap 72 of 125, trying to get to the finish. As after pit stops, some things have cycled out a little. Eric Jones maintains the lead. Tyler Reddick second, Riley Herbst third, Austin Cindric in fourth. Chase Elliott has worked his way up to fifth. How about Austin Dillon? He'll restart sixth. JHN in seventh. Joey Logano is eighth, Kyle Larson ninth, and then Denny Hamlin will round out the top 10. You know, one question that's been posed to me is why we haven't been able to implement the lucky dog. Well, I'm working on it. So don't you worry, guys. The lucky dog will be back before long. We'll be able to have that for you in this NASCAR Mock season, just to add to the realism. To say the least. Lights are out atop the pace car, means we're going back green at lap 74 of 125. Still 19 cars on the lead lap. We'll have 5 off the lead lap, so 24 cars still in this race. As Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick, and Riley Herbst will get the field back under green flag racing. Didn't think the theme would be survival today, but it's definitely the case. But Eric Jones has been able to stand the test of this race as he has dominated the most of it. But that 23-11 duo behind him are chomping at the bit to wrestle that lead away. Can they get a long green flag run to do it? Green flag back in the air here in the desert. Two by two in the front two rows as Tyler Reddick sticks it to the inside of the 43. All Austin Dillon pancakes the inside wall but keeps going. He got hooked but hangs on. Still green here in Phoenix. Battle is on for the race lead, though. Tyler Reddick trying to get it away from the 43 of Eric Jones. That has been a challenge today, but we're going to have another yellow. The 7 and the 21 spin. At the line, who's going to be the leader? It's Tyler Reddick by a front bumper. Daniel Suarez and Josh Berry spun, but looks like everything else is fine. And it has not been a day to remember for Spire. Suarez was really the only one that had not been affected by anything. McDowell wrecked out earlier. Hocevar's been racing with damage. As it looks like Austin Dillon will be the only one to come down to the pits to fix the damage after pancaking the inside wall. And then Josh Berry for Wood Brothers, myself and Keith Batson manning that camp. It's having a decent run and been inside the top 10. But that has brought out our 7th caution of the race. Stop me if you heard this before. Let's go back and see what happened. I believe it's going to be just the simple case of running out of real estate. That's the 21 and the 19. They're running high. Suarez is on the extreme inside. 21 here, I think, is going to... Oh, yeah, the 19 hit the wall and nowhere to go for the 21, and then the 7 was just a byproduct. And they both go spinning, so 21 gets the fence. Does the 7 avoid the wall? Yeah, a little dink right there with the front and the back, so not much, but enough to bring out our 7th caution of the day. Not to complete lap 77 of 125, just inside 50 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway. Race number 4, the Straight Talk Wireless 500. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. Hope you've been enjoying this one today. It's been quite the wreck fest, but Despite all of that, we have 19 cars on the lead lap. Only one car came down in pit. That was the 3 of Austin Dillon. And the 21 of Josh Berry also came in to fix some damage. But the leaders stayed packed, and Tyler Reddick, coming back to the caution, was just in front of Eric Jones. And he will have the race lead when we get back to green, and that is all important because it has been a struggle to wrestle leads away today. Eric Jones has dominated this race, but he is now back in second. Austin Cindric has worked his way to third. Elliott now fourth. Now Tyler Reddick has been separated from his 2311 teammate and Riley Herbst, who had been right behind him for most of this race. John Hunter Nemechek sixth. Joey Logano, who is poised to be the new points leader after the troubles that Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski endured today. He is seventh. Kyle Larson eighth, Denny Hamlin ninth, and William Byron round up the top 10. How about Penske up here in third and seventh? Hendrick, fourth, eighth, and 10th. See how long they can keep it that way. When they come around, it'll be 46 laps to go here in Phoenix. Pace car, the Toyota Camry pace car, will make the hard left turn into the pits. Tyler Reddick, our winner from Atlanta, trying to become the first multi-winner of the season. Or will we have a fourth different winner? Buescher at Daytona, Reddick at Atlanta, Bowman last week at Auto Club. What will be the case today? But a long way still to go as we get ready to head back to green. As they clear the restart zone, Jones with a great restart, Reddick not so much, and we're back to green. Austin Cindric thought about sending it 3 wide, but Jones will go to the inside of the 45, and now here comes Cindric to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide. Off the corner, Suarez got the wall again, but everyone keeps trucking. And Reddick able to settle into the lead, but don't look now. Eric Jones, I don't think he is done with him. Sticks it back to the inside of the 45. Does Eric Jones, has had the best car today. No one really behind him to help at the 43, manhandling it on the inside. As Cindric, a great run into 3 and 4, and Eric Jones leads at the line this time by, but here comes Cindric. Cindric thinking about making it 3 wide. The 45 is going to get a decent run here off the corner. And able to just drive on by as Cindric got loose. And the 45 retakes the lead. Battle on for fourth. JHN was in the mix. Chase Elliott trying to get third away from the 2 car. As they continue to go 2 by 2 behind the 2 leaders. That outside off of turn 2 has been really helpful for some cars today. Hurtful for others. Elliott and Cindric battling for third. Meanwhile, oh boy, this could get interesting here as Gilliland comes back into the mix here. Whoa, Cindric got the fence, and he'll drop back. Gets the wall hard off of 2, and he'll drop further back. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Reddick and Jones. Jones trying to man it off the corner. Beautiful run by the 43. Crossover from Reddick. Side by side into the corner as we stay green as we have 40 laps to finish it. But the battle on for the race lead between these two as Chase Elliott has settled into third. John Hunter Nemechek into fourth. Reddick off the corner has the lead. Jones with the crossover. They continue to battle, and I know that's what Chase Elliott likes to see. Off the corner this time. Are they still side by side? Yes, they are. The 45 and the 43 battling for this lead. Don't look now. Chase Elliott going to make his presence known as finally Eric Jones clear into the race lead. We'll see how long that lasts, though, as Reddick trying to use that inside to his advantage as they call off the corner. Chase Elliott is there as well, with John Hunter Nemechek waiting in the wings for these guys to get more racy. Everyone else is pretty much spread out. That's Joey Logano back there battling his teammate Austin Cindric for position. But our eyes are on this lead group right here. Elliott sticking it to the inside, trying to get a run here on Reddick, but not able to get a good one. Two Toyotas and a Chevrolet. You know, Toyota has been that manufacturer outside of that win for Reddick that's been rather quiet. So far, it's been Ford and Chevy dominating. Ford for the most part, Chevrolets last week. But Toyota trying to emerge as the wins leader amongst the manufacturers. If one of these two can win it today, or will Chase Elliott spoil it? Because don't forget, got another Toyota back there in fourth in John Hunter Nemechek. But since these guys have settled it out single file, they've been able to put a little bit of a gap on Eric Jones's teammate. 35 laps to go as they have really spread the field out. Tyler Reddick trying to get the lead back from Eric Jones. He's right there on the bumper, but he's not able to get a decent run. He'll peek it here to the inside as they come to the line. I think here he comes, 45 of Reddick back to the inside of the 43. And Chase Elliott, he is just waiting for something to happen as the Penske teammates continue to battle for fifth back there. Here comes Tyler Reddick trying to get by the 43. Will the Jones have a good run off the corner? He's still there. Reddick leads at the line. Jones trying to still man it off of the corner. Elliott goes high with him as they continue to go side by side for the race lead. Reddick with a good run into 3 and 4, but Jones able to get back to the gas quicker. So they still run side by side through the corner, approaching 30 laps to go. And the more side by side they are, that might bring John Hunter Nemechek into the mix. Chase Elliott trying to figure out what direction he can go as Reddick clear. Not for long. Here comes Jones. Jones back to the inside with Chase Elliott trying to find which place to put that 9 car. He'll stick it to the inside and try to help the 43 clear the 45, or will the 9 try to go for the lead himself? No, he didn't. He had to get out of the gas there out of 4. And the 43 clears. Elliott settles back into third. I don't think Reddick, though, is done with the 43 just yet. Logano gets the wall further back, and the 43 couldn't hold off the 45 as he got loose into 3. 30, now 29 laps to go. Chase Elliott trying to figure out which direction to go. Is he going to throw in the middle here? Oh, my goodness, he nearly did. As Jones and Reddick continue to just trade paint, maybe, and trade the lead. And John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones' teammate, has gotten into the mix as well. Reddick clears with Elliott side by side with Jones for second. Elliott's going to get a good run here into 1 and 2, it feels like. Can he clear the 43? Yes, he can. 43 got the wall just a little bit. But he crosses over and dives it to the inside. But now that's what Reddick wants to see. With all that speed he has, he wants that side-by-side racing behind him. Lap traffic further ahead as JHN trying to figure out which way to go. Those two behind Reddick here, they have got to find a way to settle it out, and it looks like they will. And they'll get it back to single file, and that's definitely not what Reddick wanted to see. They'll have to now do some work here to run down the 45 once again. Got a lap car a little further up. That's the 10 of Ty Dillon. So they settle it out single file. Did they cut down on the gap at all? Yeah, about a tenth of a second. So we're inside 25 laps to go. Tyler Reddick leading the way, trying to get win number 2 of the year for 23-11. RJ Bishop, Nick Gunther would love to see that. Eric Jones, though, for Matt McIntyre and Cody Lamas, with John Hunter Nemechek up here as well. Barring anything crazy, it is going to be a very good day for Legacy Motor Club. How about Hendrick Motorsports trying to get back to victory lane for a second straight week, with Bowman winning last week and Elliott up here in third. So they run up on the slower Ty Dillon machine. The other question will be, this has been the longest green flag run of the day. Did they have enough to get to the finish? Or will we have another round of green flag pit stops? Or our only round, I should say. Because we've had yellow upon yellow, 7 of them today to be exact, as 43 starting to catch back up here to that 45. They've kind of put John Hunter Nemechek in the dust as they will now negotiate the 10 of Ty Dillon. Elliott, though, sticks it to the inside of the 43. He is trying to use the 10 as a pick and will. Chase Elliott clears Jones for second, moves the 43 and the 42 back to third and fourth. And now Elliott will set his sights on the 45. Beautiful move by the Napa Chevrolet. Reddick's had a strong car, but Elliott trying to do much of the same here. That is now 20 laps to go. Reddick trying to just pull away from that 9 car, as the 9 didn't really have a good 1 and 2 right there. Maybe it does show that 43 does carry a little bit more speed, as at the line that time, Chase lost a little bit of ground. Yeah, he lost half of a tenth. JHN falling further back. He's now back into fourth. And here we go. We will have green flag pit stops. Reddick pits out of the lead. They could not make it to the end on fuel. Austin Cindric also in the pits. That'll put Chase Elliott in the lead. Jones second, JHN is third. How much further can Elliott go? A little bit further for the time being. And right now, it's Elliott and Jones that are breaking away. Tyler Reddick has fallen off the lead lap because of that. Maybe you got to wonder, different pit cycles may be in factor here as well in this race. We spent a lot of time looking at replays of yellows to maybe see that different pit cycles may be the case. So if that's the case, that's bad news for Tyler Reddick. Oh no, here they come. Here come the leaders. Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, and John Hunter Nemechek. They all pit together. Joey Logano and Kyle Larson, Riley Herbst will join them in the pits as well. Green flag pit stops in motion here in the waning stages of this race. So this could pay off for Tyler Reddick with these guys down in pit lane. Elliott has to come down a long way to get to his pit stall. Should be 4 tires and fuel, or will they roll the dice and try to use what they can to get to the finish? It'll be just 2 tires for the 9. Eric Jones out right there with him. There's Tyler Reddick. And I think that's the pass for the lead right there. As other cars complete their pit stops and see how it all cycles out. At the line. Right now it is the 3 that is shown as the leader. He has yet to come down to pit. I bet you he's hoping for a yellow. But the 9 and the 43 on much fresher tires, they want to get by the 3. But he is the one right now shown as the race leader, as he is yet to come down and complete his pit stops. Eric Jones battling Elliott for second. Tyler Reddick would be the one that cycles out as the leader. Can the 3 keep it going? He's still going. With nearing 10 laps to go, the 3 of Austin Dillon hoping and praying for a yellow. Him and Connor Zilich are the only 2 right now that have not come down to complete their pit stops. Where's the 88? There's Connor Zilich. He's 6 seconds behind Austin Dillon. And the 88, still trucking. There's Austin Dillon up there. He just took 10 to go. How will this all cycle out? Austin Dillon still hasn't made the turn into the pits. He is still trucking. Oh, we're going to have a yellow! Maybe. The 47 saved it. No caution. Him and Eric Jones got together. And oh my goodness, that may have just spoiled the day for the 43. Austin Dillon, though, he is still running good. Trying to stretch it as far as he possibly can. We are still green. That was almost near disaster. As the 88 has come down, he could not make it to the end. But Austin Dillon still trucking. With 7 laps to go, how much further can that 3 car go? Did they run the strategy to perfection? Right now, Tyler Reddick owns a 2-second lead on Chase Elliott. Eric Jones back in 4th for the moment after getting caught up there with Ricky Stenhouse. And there it is. The 3 could not make it to the end. That will close out the pit cycle. He tried to push it as far as he could. So that'll cycle the lead here to Tyler Reddick. He has got a massive lead on the rest of the field. That's Chase Elliott further back, Eric Jones in 3rd. At the line, it'll be 6 laps to go, and there it is, Reddick with the race lead. Elliott 2 seconds back. Jones will settle into 3rd. But my goodness. Christopher Bell and Jones nearly got together. That could have brought the yellow out. So Austin Dillon comes out of the pits. He tried to stretch it as far as he possibly could. Trying to get it back here to Reddick. Austin Dillon will be just in front of him here. trying to keep himself on the lead lap, but he's not all the way back to full pace just yet. Ooh, nearly came down into the 45, but he will now go down a lap. Because at the line, they just took 3 to go. Elliott about a second, just under 2 seconds back. We're going to finish with 7 cars on this lead lap. That is how wonky this race has been. But Tyler Reddick playing the strategy really to a T. So there he is, 3 laps to settle this one. Elliott gained a little bit there, but he's just not going to have enough time. Reddick just has to negotiate a couple of more corners. It'll be 2 laps to go here at the line. If the caution comes out, we'll roll it up for an overtime finish, but if he takes the white, the next flag ends the race. Tyler Reddick, 4th in points. This might be the man that tries to assume the points lead after today. So he comes down into 3 and 4 for the last time. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go here in Phoenix. And it's Tyler Reddick. And the Jordan Toyota battled Eric Jones and Chase Elliott in the late going to get this race win. And it pays off with a late green flag pit stop and the strategy to perfection as Tyler Reddick takes the Straight Talk Wireless 500, 2nd win of the year. What a run for the 45 for 23-11. Becomes the first multi-race winner this season. As a re-official, yes, indeed, we are. Well, let's make it official. What a run for the 45. Takes the race lead late. Held off late race strategy from others to come out on top here in Phoenix. Chase Elliott, oh so close, was 2nd. Eric Jones likely led the most amount of laps. We'll wait and see. He finishes 3rd. Joey Logano comes home 4th. Good points paying day for him. He was 18 points ahead of Tyler Reddick. It's going to be awfully close as to who will be the points leader after the struggles for RFK's Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. All of RFK finishing out of the race today after great starts to the year for those guys. Kyle Larson brings it home 5th. Denny Hamlin 6th, and then John Hunter Nemechek, last on the lead lap, comes home 7th. Austin Dillon, man, it was looking interesting there for a little bit. The strategy pull that he was trying to make, but with only 5 laps left, he could not stretch it to the finish. He'll end up 8th, first car off the lead lap. William Byron brings it home 9th, another good run. And how about B.J. McLeod? Hangs around all race and gets another top 10. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't just given this guy the full schedule at this point. But, man, he has had a great start to the year. 4 races and 2 top 10s for the 78 camp for Live Fast Motorsports. As you look through the rest of the field, Connor Zilic was the other one that was trying to play the pit strategy there with Austin Dillon. He couldn't make it to the end. He finishes 13th, last car 1 lap down. Looking through the rest of the field, the guys that just tried to hang around as long as they could. Todd Gilliland outlasted all the wrecks, kept making cycles in the pits. He'll ultimately finish 55 laps down, but he'll come home 24th. And then there's all the cars that finished out of the race, being caught up in incidents in this race today. But 23-11 with a great run today from Tyler Reddick. Survived all the troubles and brings it home as the winner. 2nd win of the season, first multi-race winner on the season. Well, that was interesting, to say the least, and how that race was able to pan out. but it goes the way of Tyler Reddick to come out with the race win, holding off Chase Elliott and Eric Jones for the victory. Well, we stay out west after this race. We'll head to Las Vegas next time out. We'll have that race out to you hopefully very soon. That'll be race number 5, but race number 4 goes the way of Mr. Tyler Reddick. Don't forget you can join our Discord so you can keep up with all the ins and outs. Invite link is down in the description, as well as you can just find everything there in the entire family of Mock Season Central. So many other great ones that we have, but for the NASCAR front, you can follow us there in the Discord and just head to that invite link down in the description. But that'll do it for us here today from Phoenix Raceway. Tyler Reddick is your race winner for 2311. RJ Bishop and Dick Gunther back in victory lane for a second time this year. Have a great rest of your Saturday, friends, and as always, take care, have a pleasant tomorrow, and God bless. You've been watching another production of Mock Season Central and the NASCAR Mock Season here on MSC.